Hello, here is a 3 handicap game played in the Osaka League where white won very comfortable by 14 points. This game seemed to be very peaceful, no big fights happened, and black was overall a bit too conservative. So very similar to Tuno style, if you remember those games back in the day. Let's see how it developed. So white went for a Komoko and black immediately secures the top right corner. The thing is that 3 handicap is not such a big advantage, so black doesn't have to be too conservative. It's much better for black to attack the top left corner once, just to prevent the Shimari. If white defends, then he can go wherever he wants on the board. Locally, of course, it's good to take the 2 space base, but in the top it's okay to play O17 or N17, even go all the way to the middle for a middle side extension, or like this, Sun and Say on the right, Sun and Say on the bottom, or simply defend this lower left corner. So many options for black, but in general, it's good to attack the 3-4 corner, the Komoko. Otherwise, it's very nice and simple for white to make a Shimari here. But of course, white is going to catch up, so it's much better to attack a corner like this. Then black pincers, okay, this is more brave. The pincer is fine, it prevents the mini Chinese formation here. Also, black can still think about the attack in the top left corner, either high or low. Anyway, so far so good. So white goes for a double approach, then attach, nice, direct San. So there are two Josekis here, this is one of them. The other option for white is to play the Hane, so make this exchange with the cut first, and then go in the corner, but instead of C3, just attach D3. Now black usually will capture this stone, and white goes in the Sansan now to fix the corner. So having this exchange on the board, this Joseki comes to an end, so black can play away, and later on white will go down, then Atari from the outside. So this is how white will use the Aji on the left side to sacrifice the 2 stones in order to get those outside forcing moves, which will probably set up a Moyo for white later, or just prevent black's development in the center. But it's absolutely fine to go Sansan directly, because if we have the same Joseki on the board, when the exchange is not played, this Hane with a cut, so I mean Hane cut here, this leaves white the option to go out at C7 and then connect under. So we will see that black added another move here just to get rid of that problem, but this makes the original pincer feel extra, so the shape for black is too crowded, which means black should not play there right now, it's a bit too small, and locally, if black wants to defend, it's better to play B4. So the point is, if black plays away and white wants to move out, white will play C7, then try to connect under at B5. So here black needs to play Atari again to make sure white is separated, but white can still live on the left side. Now this can be still acceptable for black, because if black plays away and white tries to connect under right away, black will just play here and then a nice extension on the outside. It's not such a big damage to allow white connect under with this C6 stone. So for black, it's not really urgent to defend at C7. And anyway, it's more interesting to play B4, because B4 is threatening the corner at B2, and when white tries to come out now, it doesn't work to connect under, so white needs to Hane here, but black can catch everything. Therefore, it's a more active defense for black to go B4 instead of C7. C7 was just too slack. So right now white is center and can play wherever he wants. Inside approach, very good. So here black can think about the pincer. Let's see. A pincer like this would work very well with the top right configuration. It's always ideal to have a stone at R10 with that Oge Mashimari in the top right. So black should consider this move. But playing calm like this, the Keima, it's also quite normal. Now white attaches. For white there are many options here. Simple approach R14 is fine. When black defends, you extend back. Calm and collected. Anyway, there is no one move for white to fix the whole right side. If white plays in the middle, like Q10, black will invade either R12 or R8. If you play closer to the lower stone, like slide in the corner and then extend here, there are 2 invasions left on the right, here and this one. So it is very difficult to fix everything in one move. Well, it's also okay to play R4 or slide and extend back. I can be patient because the 3 handicap will disappear quite soon. I mean, when the opponent plays move like this, where he double up and he just becomes over concentrated, then already it's like he lost the advantage of one of the handicap stones. So back to the original game. It's okay in the corner. That's possible. Also, the Sun invasion is an option, but I wouldn't play it. Just defend this corner and then later go all the way to R17. So if black plays this and extends back for a base, now instead of approaching or attach, you can just go inside the corner. And then when black blocks here, you take away the corner. And it's not so easy for black to use that influence. He just needs to move around here or an extension which feels a little bit narrow, then white gets the other extension. And if he plays this one, anyway, white will still take the top extension. So this kind of thickness is not going to function because black is facing white stones on both sides. I mean, it's not that effective to have a wall like that. Therefore, it's interesting to think about the sun invasion, but even if you don't do it directly, prepare a little bit. So now with this tsuke, usually black will block the corner, white has to come out, black can connect solid, and white extends. So it's good for black to keep the corner in this case. If he has a middle side extension on the right, then he should choose the block on the outside. Because if something like this happens, we can have this joseki where white simply takes the corner. Black has a lot of potential on the outside, but in this case, white can take the middle side extension. So if we go back to this position, where black could pincer R10, for example. Now, if white goes in the corner or double approach, and he will end up the joseki in gote. Okay, let's say black plays a move somewhere else. So now white is sent again. When white enters the top right corner, and this is quite mandatory, black will probably always block on the outside because now he's got the middle side extension and more potential to build a moe on the right and then maybe put pressure here and work with his moe in the center. So that's playable. Let's see the actual game. So pull back, black went down. It's possible, but it's not necessary. The thing is, if black connects solid, white has to extend anyway. So having this position on the board, white is not going to extend too far, because if white goes 3 space jump, black will jump in. But if black goes down and white turns, black needs to play Nobi, and now the position is stronger, so white can extend further away, like R11 or what happened in the game, R10. Anyway, there is not a way. I mean, white can't find a move to get rid of all the invasions and the agi. So it's either you extend here and it's much safer to protect the R13 area, but there are still 2 invasion points, R8, R9, or you play the move like in the game, which still leaves the R8 invasion, but this one also leaves the invasion at R12. So actually, for white, it's slightly better to play R11, or at least it feels more proper. No matter what white plays, there will still be an invasion. So let's see how it went. Black played a kick. Now that's a thank you move. Now it's tough for black to invade the right side. He shouldn't. He has this kind of invasion, which is annoying for white. For example, if black plays here and you try to catch him, it can be very risky. Besides, there is also, after this invasion, black can also choose the R8 move. So try to combine the invasions a little bit. Anyway, he played a kick, and this helps white get stronger. So now white is sente and plays a big point. Now if you look all over the board, the game already looks pretty much even. So black kind of lost the advantage of the 3 stones handicap. Black caps managed to keep 2 corners, top and bottom, and this group on the left side quite over concentrated, but white also got 3 nice areas. The top left corner, the lower left corner, and this moe on the right side. So they are comparable with the tiny group and the 2 corners for black. So the position is like 50-50 already, which means that white can easily take the lead soon and then keep it till the end without any big fight. So black extends. For black, it's interesting to go all the way to E17. It's a bit aggressive, but when white plays here, black will pull back. If white goes down, black turns, white has to Nobi, and now extend to the top, either K16 or J16. So all of a sudden, black can hope for a much bigger moyo. It's almost a territory actually in the top. Playing like this move leaves the invasion at L17, and also white can still extend from the Shimari, which happened. Then black took the other extension, that's also very big, because if black plays Keima here now, white might extend on the left side. Even though this schema it's a pivotal point because it increases the moyo in the top, kind of prevents the invasion. Now black can resist like this, and also it prepares the invasion on the right side. So normally white needs another move here. So that schema 014, it's a good move for both. As white, I would play it now because this will grow the territory on the right side, but limit the top and also look for an invasion next. So even if black extends next to f17, white can jump in at l17 pretty soon. So it's not just a move to build, but to reduce or keep your opponent in check and then jump in. So that 014, it's a very important move. It's the moyo border play. Yeah, but this one, it's a big spot too. So now white can again come back and play 014. But white played an aggressive move on the bottom, and that's good too. So Tsuke Nobi, then push out. Here usually you play a Hane, just one exchange in Sente, and then you extend back somewhere in the middle, like this, or like this. Because when you go up, your opponent might just ignore and come inside. Take away the extension. Then you need to go up again, Nobi or jump. Then he can play something here to threaten the corner. So the idea is that when you play two moves here, you're not going to build a moy on the bottom side. But black was kind, so he went up. He doesn't need to go up because the corner, it's already safe enough. I mean, it's a territory there. So even if white surrounds the corner, it's not a problem. I mean, if black plays a pincer like this and white just Hane to surround the corner, well, this Hane leaves a cutting point. But let's say black doesn't cut. He's not the style of aggressive player. So let's say he plays a shoulder hit like this. The idea is that he ruins the bottom area. White has to worry about the cutting point. So white might play here and stay connected. Then black can come from the other side. But this corner still has like 15 points, even without going up to 0.5. So for black, this move, which separates white's strong groups, it's just going to turn into a neutral point. So now white can play k4 and it feels ideal for the bottom side. So I think right now white is already in a slight lead. Black turns. Turn is good, it's threatening the invasion, but playing the Keima is doing the same thing. So if white plays away, then black jumps in. Then if white comes out here, black can play a Tsuke. If Nobi, you push, and then this kind of shape. So white is in a lot of trouble. Therefore, Keima can be Sente. But the turn was Sente too, so white played a nice jump, and then black Keima. This Keima is nice, it prevents the p14, but actually black can play p14, threatening the push and cut. And on this move, white should double up. Because if white plays away, for example, Tsuke here, just to reduce the top side, black can push through and cut. Now the only option for white is to crawl on the second line like this, which is rather painful. So all of a sudden, from a nice potential or moy on the right side, white is actually crawling on the second line. And if white tries to capture those stones, it's not going to happen because when you play this move, black has Atari and turn, so he will kill the 4 stones faster. And if you try to kill them this way, black can just turn to threaten the double Atari. So white needs to protect here, 1 Atari like this, or actually sacrifice and 2 more Ataris from behind, and then take the 5 stones, the group. So this is actually too good for black. Therefore, for black, to push here at p14, it's kind of Sente because it prepares the cut, so white will double up like this or like this. But even so, later on, black can push, play a monkey jump, and this is also not so easy, huh? Yeah, it reduces a lot in Sente, and now black can play away. Time to reduce the bottom side somehow. So black Keima, this Keima doesn't affect the right side much, but it's a good move because if black plays here, white wants to go for a tiger mount and then push from behind a couple of times and increase the moyo this way. So the Keima actually prevents white's nice spot, but playing p14, it's more active. Keima is a complete gote. So white reduces the top. Here black played passive too. Black needs to play j16, then push again, 1 Tsuke also, and then connect underneath. Because playing those pushes couple of times, this makes sure that white group doesn't connect to the top left. I mean, it doesn't go in this direction, and on the right it's also difficult because black has a stone in the way. So just defend like this. Black wants to keep the territory, so white is happy. Keeps black low on the third line. Yeah, this move is threatening the cut, but actually black can clamp here anytime. If white goes down, the cut works. So white needs to capture one stone, but he loses two, and black can play away. So with this clamp, white has to play here, Atari connect, and then if black wants to push again, it's fine, but he can wait. That's an endgame move. He can also play this one. So we have this kind of thank you move, because now white got a nice shape. It's true that p8 kind of reduces the potential in the middle, but white is happy with the territory on the right side and being stable and solid like this. So now black wants to catch some stones. Here white doesn't have to hold on to those 3 stones. There are several ways to sacrifice, and in fact it's fine either way. So for example, just Atari from behind a couple of times, in fact 3 times, because for these 3 stones, black played inside first, and he also played outside. So it's a lot of effort to surround those 3 stones. It's like 8 stones, sorry, to capture 3, which means that 8 stones will make 6 points of territory. It's for each move black invested there, he made less than 1 point. So it's not such a good deal. It's true there's a cutting point, so white might come back and protect it. But still, this wall in the center can bring white some points later. So that's a way to sacrifice. Another way is to go no B, because anyway after all those Ataris white has to come back. So when black plays here, again you push from behind a couple of times. Well, now black builds one line bigger, but here white can play this way and also build a very nice upcoming box in the middle. And another way to sacrifice is to play one Atari, oops, and then just connect. And now think about other ways to use them. Black might add another move anyway to make sure he kills the 3 stones, then white is just sent to play away. So it's okay to give them up. Trying to escape can be troublesome, so Atari here. Instead of a connection like this, black should use Kosumitsuke, because this is threatening a snapback. What I mean is that if white comes up with Nobi, black has the wedge, and now you can play Atari from the inside because it's self-Atari, and the Atari from the outside is going to result in a snapback. And if you just Atari here and then come out, he will Atari from behind, jump, and then it's just a heavy group. So it's quite painful to run with that group on neutral points while black builds somewhere else. Therefore, better give them up. Because now, once you try to escape, you keep adding stones there, like this, or jump, and you're kind of committing. You don't want to give them up anymore because it became a large group. So black can get something out of this. Put some pressure here, then lean on the bottom stones. Maybe a shoulder hit like this, AlphaGo style. Trying to get onto the bottom side, then a peep, then a cap. So white can suffer from this dragon instead of giving up 3 stones. This was probably black's chance to come back in the game a little bit, but actually white escaped quite easily, then that was it. But anyway, overall this is good for black, because white is running here on neutral points. He just connects to the right side, but there is nothing, and all these black stones are going to build something in the middle, or they are supposed to, if black gets another move around here to enclose a tiny box in the center. So this move is not necessary. Black should work for his box in the center. For example, black can play a move like this, threatening to invade the bottom side. White will just protect calm, then the peep creates cutting points, this forcing move too, and then just came out on the left side. So all of a sudden we have 20-30 points here out of nowhere, and white just found a way out to connect. Okay, so white is connected, not anymore. Now the tactic here is to play Atari like this and then block, because this will result into a squeeze play. The problem is that black can push here in center, Atari from behind, or Atari like this. But this kind of Atari, black is going to be squeezed anyway. So white gets all these Ataris, then catch 2 stones. So this is a better style for white. Atari like this, and then here. The problem is black can also play this move, threatening the cut. But anyway, he needs to capture this stone in the center, and then white can jump again. So it's okay to sacrifice this O11 just to get all those outside forcing moves. Like this, black is connected, and white is separated. So white needs to jump again. Fine. Jump one more. Connect, it's okay. That stone is small. It's not necessary right now because black had an option to connect on the bottom too. So another missed opportunity for black. Right now, black should find a way to separate the top dragon from the right side. So, well, white will probably jump here. Then eventually black needs to catch that stone to keep the stones connected. White will connect to the right, but then black can enter the bottom. So black is getting some compensation for chasing the group in the middle. Let's see. Cut. This was slack and white connects. So yeah, black is trying to build something big in the center. But this move was not center anymore, huh? If white blocks here, then black will peep and grab the box. Yeah, very nice. But for white, it's more interesting to go inside with d12 because this d12 kind of ruins the relationship between the left side and the middle stones. So there is this kind of diagonal imaginary line, like a sector line. So once white plays a shoulder hit, that's already broken. So when black pushes here, you play a one space jump. If black goes from the outside, you push inside the moyo like this. So anyway, white comes in and that's it. But the Keima, it's also nice. It erases the moyo a bit. Well, black has to block. Then maybe white will play here to keep the bottom side connected and try to get inside. Black will block again. Then Kosumi like this. And then catch a few stones in the center. This would be nice for... oh wait, that's greedy. Must play this one. It's greedy because when black goes here, Atari, then snap back again. So white jumps in. That's nice. Push through. Keep the bottom. I think it's quite normal to connect this line. Otherwise black will push through, use Atari, and later think about those pips in the middle. Oh, Cosente. Black can push here. Probably white doesn't care now. Just erase the center. But then it's a pity because you make all this effort to try to connect the bottom and build those points and then you let them go away. Oh, but this was Sente. So now white actually has timing to come back here. This probably is going to be a winning move to connect J4. It's also big to play C13. Okay. Black really didn't reduce much like that. So let's see if there's a better way. Yeah. Black should play the push right away. Because if white goes here, black has Atari, Atari again, push down, and then catch a stone. And now the entire dragon has a problem. So no ice. Ooh, this was risky for white. Therefore, yeah, earlier it's good to keep connected. So now white tries to connect to the right and also keep the bottom safe. Yeah, quite impressive. So there was a big AG here on the bottom side. White didn't protect. Black didn't punish properly with the push and cut and everything. So black played first and then it just helped white stay safe and connected. Yeah, it's nice when it works that way. The opponent was very cooperant. Here it's good to go down and then Hane and connect and everything center. Because earlier, for example, if black doesn't block here, if he pushes like this, when white connects, black can cut. And when white connects here, black can push through, and on this move, Atari and Atari like this. So that was dangerous. But now after Hanen connect, white is fine. Oh, black even went down. Yeah, black can play monkey on the right side. This is Sente. This block, not so Sente, but the thing is, yeah, white can do this. So in order to prevent white's nice Hane at P1, black just went down in Gote. So sometimes you gotta let your opponent play those moves. Oh, here it's Fighting Spirit to play the wedge and connect. But let's see if black can still escape. Peep, then connect. Yeah, it's fine. Black played really cautious, so just block. Now wedge and connect in center, so good for white. Actually here, black needs to connect this way. Because now, black can always play in center G19. But when black connects on the right side, white will play center in the top. And now black needs to play another move inside. Why should play that move right away? Ah yeah, but this catch is bigger. Take the 3 stones. I agree. The thing is, if white plays this and connect, black will connect the center somehow. And then when white goes Atari here, black will connect, white captures. It's also very big. You save the 2 points here and you erase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the capture 6. So it's like 8 points. In fact, it's pretty okay because this capture in the middle is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is like 10. The problem is that G19 was center for black and the capture in the center was Gote both for white and black. I mean, for white to catch the 3 stones and for black to save them. This is too much, this kind of jump. So black should either Keima or monkey jump or Geima. This is just too good for white. Yeah. In this position, it forced to play this move as well. Because when black tries to connect under, you play Atari and there is Dame Tsumari. And if he plays Atari here, you don't need to connect, but you can. You can play Atari from the outside and snap back. But this is fine too. Well, this cut is no longer a problem because white got the stones in the center. So quite a simple endgame will follow. Nothing fancy, just basic moves. That move is not necessary. So if black just passes now, or I don't know, he plays here to threaten a couple of points, when white cuts, this is self-Atari, black will catch. So taking the stone here, it's a reflex play without even reading anything ahead. And that was it. White wins comfortable by 14 points. The only chance for black here was to try to catch the dragon in the middle somehow, and of course to break the bottom in the process. If black managed to damage this area while white will connect to the right side, then it's a much closer game. So well done on this win and keep it up.